So we remain in the 63 kilogram lightweight division. The second semi-final features athletes from Great Britain and France. And there is Luke McCormack. And if his figure looks familiar, that's because we've been seeing a lot of his identical twin brother, Pat McCormack, here in Ring A up in the 69 kilogram welterweight division. Luke McCormack, his identical twin, one weight class down at 63. And here is the home boxer, the French boxer, Sofiane Oumiha, the reigning Olympic Games silver medalist from the 60 kilogram lightweight division in Rio 2016. And this a matchup between the tournament number 3 and number 2 seeds. There is the tournament number 3 seed, ranked number 11 in the world, prevailing on a unanimous point decision victory over the 18th ranked boxer in the world, Enrico Lacruz, the 7-time reigning national champion of the Netherlands, to book his place here in the final 4. As for Sofiane Oumiha, he won on a unanimous points decision verdict over the 2013 World Championship gold medalist Javid Chalabayev of Azerbaijan, who's also spent a stint in the professional code as well. Nelka Shiralama Tampu of Sri Lanka is a referee, and we've got judges from Uganda, Algeria, Tajikistan, Korea, and the United States of America scoring this one. So we are underway. Semi-final action in the men's 63 kilogram lightweight division between men who have already progressed through to Tokyo 2020 by making it to the final 8 of the 63 kilogram lightweight bracket, where 28 athletes started the mark. And this, the fourth encounter, between men who know one another very well indeed, and in the 3 completed contests to date, most recently at the European Games at the semi-final stage in Minsk in 2019. It is Sofiane Oumiha who has claimed all 3 contests that they have boxed so far. He went on to take silver in that European Games tournament, eliminating Luke McCormack at the semi-final stage. Good left hand landed by the man in red. So plenty of familiarity between these two, Alex.
Certainly is. I'm quite sure both men want to win this contest, Ron.
After that terrific Olympic silver in 2016, he went on to take World Championship gold in Hamburg a year later, did Oumiha, as he looks for a corkscrew left hand. McCormack looking for a combination, but takes a cuffing right hand around the head as he tried to retreat. Left jab success, followed by a right cross for Oumiha. Mention the fact that they have met 3 times. One of them, Alex, was over the format of 5 rounds of boxing in World Series boxing. No vest, no head guard. So they've tested one another in different forms of the sport as well.
Very interesting. Who came out on top there, Ron?
Oh, good right hand landed by McCormack. Well, remember, it is Oumiha who has taken all 3 contests that they have.
I'm sorry, I thought you said they had 4 bouts. I'm sorry.
This is the 4th.
This is the 4th.
This is the 4th.
That's what happens when you get hit in the head too much, Ron.
So left jab success from Oumiha. Good right hand to the body from McCormack.
Oumiha getting the elbow up round the side of his head there. Must expect a shot on the break from McCormack. He's probably experienced that in the past. Good inside work by both men, although neither choosing to box in the inside stance, but getting their work done quickly. Lovely jab there from Oumiha, who's probably the shorter man here, but still managing to establish a really good sharp jab.
McCormack scored with that same shot of his own, a lead left hand. Again, both boxers feinting, working to try and create an opening or a lead that they can counter. Just a nod of respect at the conclusion of 3 minutes here in this semi-final bout.
Your hands have got to be tight right here. You're happy we can't hit you.
So some of the action then from that opening round.
Yep, was listening in to the GB corner there. Could hear some of the tactics being employed.
It's Dave Alloway giving the instructions inside the ring. There was that chopping right hand on the inside from McCormack.
Yep. Well, Alloway saying that he had to get his hands back a little bit quicker. There's some scores there run up now.
Yep, judges 1, 4 and 5 favouring the work of McCormack. A 3-2 split in his favour. At the conclusion of a very skillful round of rapid-fire boxing between these two familiar rivals. Into the second round we go then. Sofiane Oumiha took World Championship gold at Hamburg in 2017 as he scores with a good left jab to the body. Terrific punch picking once again. And again, both of these boxers possess plenty of pop in their shots as well. Good right hand over the top from Oumiha. McCormack looks to counter by going down to the body. His quick three-punch combination bouncing off the gloves of the man in blue. That left jab perhaps penetrated the guard to score. Well, you heard Dave Alloway in the corner say that you've got to get your hands tighter, and McCormack trying to do that, although Oumiha was still able to breach those defenses and score with another lead left.
Well, he's a very experienced campaigner. He's going to manage to sneak them through, Ron, isn't he? By any means that he can. McCormack has to get off more combinations, I feel, or he will be countered. He's beaten to the punch there.
Yeah, and Oumiha got the better of that exchange. First and third boxing from the man in blue. Final word from Oumiha once again was a right hand to the body after McCormack scored upstairs. But after Oumiha's roundhouse right missed, his up screw left did score. It was a corkscrew left hand that scored as McCormack goes down with a left right to the body of the man in blue.
Good shot there from the body to McCormack. Just pawed that left hand out, dropped his back knee and drove right through with that straight right to the body. Really impressive stuff. Lovely jab again. But there you go, Oumiha not allowing McCormack to establish his dominance with a jab.
Good left hand success once again from Oumiha, but look at that for a left-right success in response from McCormack.
Now I know why Oumiha was putting his elbow around the side of his head when they went into the last clinch. As you said, Ron, these guys know each other pretty well.
Good left jab to the body from the man in blue.
From the previous contests.
Chopping right hand. Wasn't too far away from Oumiha. McCormack trying to get over the front foot. Scored right hand to the body. Scored once again. Looping right hand in response from Oumiha. What a contest. High skill and concentration evidence from both of these boxers deep into this second round. Oh, hooks being dug in by both boxers, and Oumiha celebrates what he feels was a success by raising in his left arm in the manner that the Cuban boxers used to do back in their pomp in the 90s after their Olympic exile.
Whoa, bad exchange.
The terrific tournament in Barcelona 92 after missing the games of 84 and 88. And that's so characteristic of their boxing. What a second round we had between these two. My goodness. Boxing and moving at times, but also some hard shots being launched and landed by both.
Well, McCormack maybe just done enough for me there, Ron. I liked his long, straight right hand to the body that he landed on 2 occasions. He was caught on the bounce on a few occasions after he set out on his 3-punch attacks. Oumiha managing to come back, but I just think that McCormack was just that little bit busier. Doesn't matter what I think.
Well, it's a 3-2 split the other way.
There you go.
So everything up for grabs in this third and final round. Judges 1, 4 and 5 scored the first round for McCormack, but there we've got a 3-2 split in favor of the man in blue. Semi-final action has all come down to the final 3 minutes, and both boxers were champing at the bit to get at one another in anticipation of the bell to begin the third and final stanza. Terrific shots exchanged once again. Both men had their head jolted backwards. Arcing shots landed by both during the subsequent trade-off. Both men peering between high-held gloves, looking to capitalize on any mistake that they can draw out of their opponent. Corkscrew left hand followed by a right, wasn't too far away from Oumiha, who tries to go downstairs with a right hand to the body, but was countered by a right hand over the top from the man in red. The feinting, the thinking, the bobbing and weaving in evidence. Good three-shot success for Oumiha, and then a left-right without reply from the man in blue.
Well, this is very, very tough to score, but the quality of this contest is pretty spectacular.
Being on home soil, of course, Oumiha will have family present to support him, the man from Toulouse. Oh, that's a good right hand over the top from the man in blue. Then left jab success. McCormack will be aware of that. He's gone in search of his get back. As Val Barker Trophy Roy Jones Jr., Val Barker Trophy winner Roy Jones Jr. is fond of saying. And now this one heating up as we approach the midpoint of the third and final round. Both men letting it all hang out, letting the punches fly, but still demonstrating the art of defense under fire from their opponent. Terrific corkscrew left scored by Oumiha, who's growing in confidence now, presenting a different look to the man in red. McCormack reciprocating, looking for the left jab, couldn't find the range.
Well, the body doesn't move, maybe the head moves, but the body doesn't. And when you do see opposition doing that kind of thing, that's the area you should probably go to, but McCormack totally focused on Oumiha's head movement, quite mesmerised by it actually. He digs to the body pretty well there though. Luke McCormack.
Inside the final minute of the third and final round, Oumiha now on his bike. Right hook, left uppercut was off the mark from McCormack. Oumiha scores with the right hand beneath the left elbow of the man in red. Good left jab landed by McCormack, who bites down on his gum shield and steps back into the pocket once more. Makes Oumiha miss with the left hand, but then the two boxers fall into one another on the inside.
Less than half a minute to go, Ron. Can it be won in this last 20 seconds? Or has it already been decided by the judges?
Good right hand to the body by McCormack and then made Oumiha miss. He's boxing with his hands down by his belt line. He feels he's done enough, but he was put on the end of a right hook there from McCormack.
Sure was. Crisp, accurate shot from McCormack there.
And now it's McCormack's turn to showboat. What a wonderful contest here at the semi-final stage between the tournament number 3 and number 2 seeds. It's behind closed doors, this contest, but the people who have made their way in, the support teams, the boxers who aren't in action, appreciating the brilliant display we have just witnessed over the course of 3 3-minute rounds between two boxers who know one another very well indeed.
Two top quality operators there that we've just witnessed. And this is super, super close, but I do feel, Ron, that it's going to go to the man in blue.
I feel he perhaps edged the third round as well, but how have the judges scored it? Remember, the first 2 rounds were 3-2 splits in each direction. Here's the verdict.
The winner on points by split decision. In the blue corner, representing France.
So Sofiane Oumiha, the tournament number 2 seed, prevails on a split decision verdict over Luke McCormack of England, the number 2 seed prevailing over the number 3 seed, and that is wonderful to see that show of respect between the boxers and the coaches of their opponents, facing off in the boxing ring for the 4th time. And it's Oumiha who has his hands raised as the victor yet again. But my goodness, what a magnificent spectacle these two boxers combined to produce. More McCormack playing his part in what was a wonderful affair to witness.
Very, very good to watch throughout. We've just seen two real world-class operators there. And they put everything into that contest. And let's not forget that Olympic spot's already secure. But you would have been forgiven for thinking here that both these men still had a Tokyo spot to box for, and there's the scores there, Ron.
4 scorecards of 28-29, but Oumiha taking it on a